Hey guys, hang on just a second. I forgot to put on my do not disturb, and I got a message right away. Hello. Happy Thursday. Woohoo! Almost to the weekend again, you guys. Man, time flies, doesn't it? Is that when you don't want it to? When you want it to, it flies. When you don't want it to, it flies. When you want it to, it goes super slow. But anyway, I am glad that we're almost to the weekend and my allergies are a little better today. Sorry guys, I got something in my eye right now. Right then. And I have my contacts in, so I can't see you guys very well if that happens. Hello, how are y'all doing? I hope you're having a great Thursday. My name is Susan. This is Revive DIY and Upcycle Designs. I'm so glad you're here with me in my craft room. Welcome into the craft room. So, we are going to do 2 projects today. Hopefully they shouldn't take very long. So I'm excited to share them with you. I know one is going to be quick. The other one I think is going to be 2. So come on in and let's check it out. I got my do not disturb on. So I won't get any more interruptions, hopefully, unless one of my people texts me, which, you know, that happens. But let's see here. I want to make sure I have everything up. So when you hop on, make sure that I'm going to check and make sure I'm live. It is showing me it's live. When you hop on, make sure that you hit that heart button. And if you would sprinkle this video for me, that just means to share, S-H-A-R-E. I would so appreciate it. And we are going to put this beauty on this mug because I love cute coffee mugs. I like to use something different every day. I like something that brings me joy. So I do buy them at times, but I love it when I can make them myself. So we're going to make it with this, and isn't that a nice size one? And look, you guys, less than $5 for that. And hey, Miss Carrie, welcome in. Thanks for joining me again. But, oh, it's perfect timing because you were talking about a mug, that you wanted to do a mug. So I am actually going to put one of the designs that we have. It's actually, unfortunately, it's sold out pretty quickly. It's considered a Valentine, but it's not. It was actually released in, I can't remember if it came out before the Valentine's ones came out. I know it was last year. So this is an ASL sign, and what it means is I love you in sign language, American Sign Language. And this is something that I actually use. I do this with my kids every time they leave. So it means something special to me. It always has since they were little. So I actually taught my babies, starting with my second child. I started with her, teaching her just basic sign language so that she could communicate before she could talk. So anyway, I carried it on when I homeschooled. I carried it on because I just feel like it's an important skill to have, at least some exposure to. Now, most of them probably don't remember them, but my daughter did take it in high school, so she might remember some. But this one, they all know this one. So this is one of my favorite signs. I'm sorry, this is no longer available. However, what I want to show you is you can use, oh, thank you. I love it too. I've had this for a couple years, this sweatshirt. You can use any of our designs with ink, like I was showing you yesterday. I did 2 projects with ink. I did 2 the day before that. You can use any of our transfers with ink and chalk paste. So I already did a project with this with the chalk paste right back here and my cute little upcycle sign. You guys remember those, right? You can have my little painted fingernails and it lights up at night. But now we're going to put it on a mug because I just think it's beautiful. And I think this mug is big enough to get most of it on there. I probably can't get all of the arm, but maybe at least the hand. So I'm going to try to get that on there. And the next project that we're going to do right after that is going to be this cute project. So look at these guys. Look at these cute little X's and O's. They're little tiny wood cutouts of X's and O's that are also on the 50% off sale. This is still available on the 50% off sale. So I'll bring it up in just a second. But these are the things we're going to work on. But you could even use something like this. You could just make a mug with X's and O's on it, with an X and an O on it, however you wanted to put it, or just hugs and kisses, or an arrow. I could add some of this element to my mug along with this if I want. You can do whatever you want when you have your transfers. You can mix and match, and when you're the designer, you can make things the way you like them to be made. So I am just going to include a couple links real quick into my comments. The first thing I also want to say is I have included a link in the description that goes to all of the 50% off Valentine items. So they are only available while supplies last and through Sunday. So if this was a flash sale, if they sell out before then, they'll no longer be available. They will not be restocked. If you don't get them before the 29th and they're still available, they'll go off the 50% off sale after that. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure y'all know that. I'm going to see if I can paste in here. I'm still getting used to my new Facebook page experience. They've changed it over yesterday for me, which there are a lot of features I really like. I'm just getting used to some of the stuff. So forgive me if and I do see that it does have the link attached. So that's good. I'm going to pin this comment real quick. That way it's in there. So in the comments are links to lots of other items that might be interest to you, whether it's joining my team for $9.99, you guys. You can get activated and get 40% off of any of the things that I'm showing you. So you might say, well, but 50% off is a better deal. Well, we only do the 50% off sales and the flash sales occasionally. We had 70% off sale last year. But if we do a sale like this for you guys, for the customer at 50% off, the designers also get a break as well. So we're already getting 40% off and we get an additional bonus to that. So it is definitely worth it, whether you're a hobbyist, whether you want to do it as a business. You don't ever have to come on live. You don't ever have to create a Facebook page. You don't ever have to build a team, have a group. You don't have to do any of those things. You can if you want to. The opportunity's there. And you can change it however you want to change the flow of it for yourself, what works in your season of life at any time. But anyway, that information's in there. And of course, I'm here to answer any questions. We also have an amazing perks pack going on for this month. You get, for $59, you get $265, I think, worth of product. That will not be repeated. I can guarantee you that will not be repeated anytime soon. That's the first time we've ever seen it that low. And beginning February 1st, it's going to go back up to $99. So, and you won't get as much as what's included in the pack for this month. So if you're considering it, this is the month to do it for real. That's in there. Our Fresh Start collection that just launched January 2nd. Gosh, that seems so long ago. Doesn't it feel like it's like the 100th day of January? I don't know. In some ways it does. It's like crap along. And then other ways it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're almost to February. But January 2nd, we launched a brand new Fresh Start catalog with 13 new transfers and a new paste palette pack. That link is in there as well. The link to my VIP group is in there. If you want to be in on sneak peeks, special sales, insider information, different things like that, extra, just a little bit of extra attention that I can give you guys, a little more personal attention I can give you guys. That link is in the comments as well. What else is over there? My Telegraph channel, if you want to get notifications when I'm going to go live, that's in there. And I feel like there's something else I'm forgetting. And you have to excuse me. I decided to put a cough drop in so that I didn't have to drink while I was on here with you guys. So I don't know, is that worse or better? Anyway, so those are all in there. Anything you have questions on, please feel free to ask me, you guys. Otherwise, let's get started. So I wanted to tell you. So this little, oh, you know what? I don't even think I knew we had it in a bundle. This cute little bundle is less than $10, you guys, for these two items together. The pack of slim cuts and the transfer. So this is what we call our A-size transfer. So it's our smallest transfer. But look, it's got all these different elements on it, and you're going to cut it up and you can use the bits and pieces in lots of different projects. That is a bargain. It normally was $18.98. It is, or unless I'm logged in. Let me see. Am I logged in? No, I'm not logged in. Okay. That is a deal. If you don't want to get the whole bundle, you can buy these items separately as well. These are $4 on the sale, and they are still in stock. And this is $5.50 on sale. So you still do better with the bundle if you'd like to get that. Yeah, it's like 1 penny less if you buy it as a bundle. Okay, So these are still available. We are going to do these, but let's go ahead and get the mug done and out of the way, because what I'll have to do with that is, again, I have to let it dry all the way before I heat set it, which I will heat set it in my oven. Usually I will wait and do it at night. I'm not sure if it'll be dry by tonight. It probably will be. It dries a little faster on, like, you know, when you're putting it on some kind of ceramic or porcelain or something like that than it does the shirts. Now, all I'm doing is I just have one of those like lens cleaning wipes, you guys. That's all I'm doing. I'm just getting one of those because before I do a project on glass or a surface that's like this, I like to make sure it's clean because, you know, where did I get it? I don't even remember where I got it. I know it was less than $5, but I can't remember where I got it. I just want to make sure that there's no like finger oils or something like that on it. So I just take that. You could just take Windex or something like that, some kind of glass cleaner, just something, even a baby wipe, and then just wipe it really clean. Just make sure it has no residue and it's a little bit of alcohol, rubbing alcohol, whatever you want. And that's what I do to make sure it's clean before I use this. Now, our transfers are flexible, so it works fine on surfaces like this. And what I'm going to do is actually, I usually use a, so this is always my dilemma. First of all, do you put it on this side? Do you put it on this side? Do you put it in the middle? I always have a dilemma. I think a lot of them, if it's a design where it only has something on the one side, I'm right-handed. I think the majority of the population is right-handed, so it seems like they'll put it on this outside so that it can be seen out there instead of by you. A lot of times I'll even put a design here. If you caught my stories, if you didn't, it'll still be up there until tomorrow morning. But in my stories this morning, I included a throwback to last year and a mug that I made last year. I made 2 mugs last year for Christmas. Well, I'm sure I made 2 for Christmas, probably more than that. I can't remember. I made 2 for Valentine's Day last year. And so I highlighted one of them this morning on my, on my stories. So, and I did put a design on the front and back of that. And what I used was some of my Valentine's minis. So these work perfectly. This is, let's see, do we have these on here? I think these are from last year. I don't think we had these all for this year. We have our little Valentine kit that has the Valentine kit for making Valentines. It has a mini pack in there, which I haven't even busted out yet. We've got to still do that. But I just used some of my minis from last year on the mug that I made that I showed this morning. But for example, I could pull any of these and put it on the back of this mug. I'm just looking to see if there's anything on here that I want to include. But I could put a mini on these, on mugs, that works great as well. And then you can pick which size mug you want. I drink coffee, so I like the bigger mugs. If you don't, you can do it on a smaller mug, and you can make a tea mug. Or a hot cocoa mug. You don't have to do it for coffee, obviously. So anyway, I think we're going to put it on this side here. And like I said, it's flexible, it's reusable, it's washable, and it's silk screen. So we have an awesome, you see, I've already used this once, and look how sticky it still is. I am actually going to have to fuzz it some because I don't want it to try to stretch my transfer when I go to take it off. So before I use this to hold my mug in place while I ink it, I am going to go ahead and do that. And what that means is I'm just adding a little bit of lint, basically, y'all, a little bit of fabric of some kind to the back of the transfer, so it's not quite as sticky as it was when after I washed it, because that way when I go to pull it, it doesn't try to stretch my transfer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it. So I'm going to turn it towards me for a minute, because you guys know I eyeball everything and I'm not good at doing it upside down sometimes. And now that my eye has decided to water, it started about 30 minutes ago, because I was thinking, oh great, my allergies are much better today when I got up. I could tell they were better, but now my eye's watering. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. I might even have to put my reading glasses on. Okay. So I think I want to get as much of this on here as I can. Now you can heat set it once it's dry, and then that means you can wash it over and over again and it's fine. However, I will tell you this. I personally hand wash my mugs that I create. Not because it's not heat set, but just because I find that if I put it in my dishwasher on that really high heat setting that you know is gonna, that, you know, your dishwasher is supposed to get on, especially if you use the sanitized mode or anything like that. If I do it in there, I feel like it wears away my ink faster. If I hand wash it, it doesn't come off at all. But I feel like the heat kind of works against what you've already done. And so what I'm doing right now, since this is, you know, it's not exactly the same width at every part of it, I'm just trying to make sure that the silkscreen area that I'm going to put my ink in is flat and no bubbles and no bends because of the way that this is kind of, so I'm just trying to take my time and smooth it down because I can fix some of it. I have a lot of silkscreen here though, guys. I can fix some of it. You know what I might do? I might turn it a little bit sideways and then I won't have to deal with that as much. I can fix some of it before I heat set it if I have any errors or boo-boos or spots that I didn't want to do what they did. But I'm trying to get the best contact I can so that that's minimized. So I'm just taking my time and smoothing it out. But the fact that it's flexible, you know, the only reason this is a little more challenging is because, like I said, it's, actually I probably need to do it the other way, is because the shape of the mug. So some of the mugs, like one of the mugs I did last year is completely flat and straight and it's not a big deal, but this one is kind of rounded towards the bottom. So I don't want to do it too much. So bear with me. This is the longest part, but I didn't want to omit this and just do it and show you that I had the transfer on there because I want you guys to see kind of how I do it. So I just work, and if I have like bumps in other places, I don't care. As long as the area that has the silk screen that I'm going to be inking, excuse me, is flat, that's all I'm really worried about. That's where I'm checking for bubbles and bumps. Okay. And you notice we have lots of details in here. So all of that's going to show up when I go to ink it. So I'm paying attention to any place that has the silk screen and trying to make it smooth and great contact with my surface. And then when I get down to here, because it kind of falls off, I'm going to have a little more challenge, but I think if I can get that good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take because I have it right here, I'm going to take a little piece of painter's tape. I used this the other day, guys, remember? I'm going to use a little piece of painter's tape right down here so I don't go further because I didn't even worry about trying to get that smoothed on there right. Okay? And if you have any questions, guys, feel free to ask in comments or send me a message if you would rather not do that. Okay? That's what I'm here for. All right, so here we go. Got it on there. It looks like I have good contact where my silk screen is. You see? Okay. So I've decided we're going to do it in a teal, in our Couture teal. This is our signature color, one of my favorites, and I just think it's going to be fun. I may use this. I'll probably keep this out, not even just for Valentine, but then I'm going to use the coral for the heart, and I'm trying to decide. I may put always and forever on this back side, and I may do that in this color. So I'm thinking of this color or my tide is what I was thinking for the mug. I haven't decided. Do you guys have an opinion? Which color do you think I should do on the mug? Because I can use this year round. It doesn't have to be just for Valentine's Day. And I think either one of those colors, oh, you guys, I'm sorry, I forgot to bring my comments back. Hopefully I can read them. Hi, Suzanne. Thanks for joining me. So that's what I'm thinking. And I am going to use my little my multi-purpose tool because it's one of my smallest squeegees and that works the best for me for control. And then I'll probably use my detail tool, which is very small as well, for my little heart. So which color do you think? The light teal or the dark teal? Let me know in comments. Tell me what you think. Now I'm going to be careful because this is ink and I don't want to get it on my white sweatshirt. You'd think I would not wear it, or I would wear an apron, but I am trusting that I'm going to be careful. So that's our Couture Coral. And I thought about doing red, but I'm like, no, I haven't done anything in this yet with ink. So let's do this. So I'm just going to, just like I do with my chalk paste, I'm just going to apply it. So what do you guys think? Light coral or dark? Light teal or dark teal, basically, is my, not coral. I'm already doing coral for the hand. I'm feeling like the light. I haven't done light in a while. But you guys tell me, if you want me to do the dark teal, I'll do that. I could do it in black. I could do it in any color I wanted. I don't have a like brown color. I have yellow. I wouldn't, I don't know that I would do it in like a, I don't even know if we have a flesh tone color, to be honest with you guys, for ink. If we have, I haven't noticed it. All right, guys. I think we're going to stick with the light. Since I don't see any replies, nobody has an opinion today, that's fine. I'll just make an executive decision and get it open. Oh, I love that color, y'all. It's making me feel, do you notice? Sunshine, y'all. We had a whole day of rain again yesterday. Sunshine, isn't it beautiful? You guys, I love this color. This is our signature color, and it's one of my favorites anyway, which doesn't hurt my feelings a bit. So all these specials I'm telling you about, they will expire on January 31st, except for the flash sale is the 29th. We have good stuff coming your way in February, you guys. If you're ready to move on past the cold winter, I have a bubble here, y'all. I'm hoping I don't have a problem when I go to take it off. I see a bubble. I didn't feel the bubble. I just see a bubble. But we have a lot of fun stuff coming your way for the spring, beginning of February. We have something else brand new starting February 1st that I can't wait to tell you about. And I will be sneak peeking all of that in my VIP group on the 31st. But if there's something we're offering this month, you want to go ahead and take advantage of it, guys, because it will disappear. Our Creative Kickstart transfer offer with, if you spend up to $100, at least $100 is what I should say, on my Chalk website, you will qualify to win, not win, earn. You will earn a free transfer bundle, which is our Creative Kickstart, which is right behind me with the house number on it and the oval. I'm seeing a couple bubbles, you guys. Hopefully it's not going to distort my project. And I'm going to put together a little bit more information, show you guys some more throwbacks later on today. I'm going to work on that when I get off doing this with you guys. I did quite a few projects last year. That's the cool thing, is I love being able to create new stuff every year to either add to my collection or to offer for sale. I just love it. Okay, so I'm going to be really careful. I cleaned that off because I'm not going to use it again. So let's see. Are we ready to check it out? Let's see. Hopefully I don't have too many mistakes I got to fix. Again, I'm going to pull from the middle if you can. You can start at the side, but then kind of work your way back to the middle because you don't want to stretch your transfer. Because I would like to be able to do more projects with this. You guys, look how awesome that is. Isn't that cool? What do you think, guys? Hit that heart button if you like that project. If you like that, I love it. So now everybody that looks at me when I'm drinking my coffee knows that I love them. Everybody. All right, I'm going to spray that with some water real quick until I can wash it. Okay, and I need to be very careful because this is wet and it will take a while to dry. What do you guys think though? Isn't that great? I think I could have positioned it over maybe a little bit more, but I don't think it's a problem. I think it's adorable. So now I need to decide if I'm going to put these on here. Then I need to be super careful. I may even actually hit this with the dryer just a little bit to make sure. So I am going to fuzz it as well, and let me do that while I'm drying. I'm going to dry this just a little bit just because I don't want to take a chance of messing it, smearing it. I'm just taking my blow dryer. And here's the other thing. So I can correct any mistakes that I make with the ink on the glass or porcelain or anything like that before I heat set it. I can do it when it's wet or I can do it when it's dry. So just so you know. Are you guys having a good Thursday? I'm just happy the sun's shining. It is so much colder today, though. Guys, last night it was 64, right? Still late. Today, the high is 54 now. That's it. I don't know what it is, if there's a wind chill or not, but it's sunny, so I don't mind. But I feel like our window of opportunity for snow is quickly drifting away. Because I'll be honest with you guys, in North Carolina in February, the beginning of February, we'll start seeing our daffodils and other things already pushing through, starting to bud. So the chances of getting snow after that or even sticking, our snow is already pretty wet when we get it, but of it even sticking is pretty slim. So. Alright, hopefully that at least dried it enough that I won't, probably going to clean that little bit up there. I could have put it down a little bit more, but I didn't want to have any other bubbles, so that's what we got so far. So I'm going to be super careful, you guys, and I feel like I'm just going to kind of make a little graffiti. Look. I'm just going to do a little graffiti look on this side, and I can do it without laying it down. I want to get them both placed at the same time though, so bear with me just a moment. Because I don't want to have to worry about hitting wet chalk when I go to put this down. Kind of overlapping it a little bit, but on an angle. I feel like it's been a while since I did a mug. Did I even do one for this Christmas? Gosh, I can't even remember. All right, so that's what I got going on here. So, I don't know. Maybe I need to move it over a little tiny bit. But I like the placement of it. I just think I need to shift it a tiny bit. Move one at a time. This is a lot quicker, or a lot easier because it's small and I don't have to worry about. So that's what I'm thinking. The back side's going to be, that'll be the side I see, right? If I'm holding it that way or, anyway, that's what we're thinking. That's what we're thinking. I think on this side, I'm just going to do the, I'm not going to do the teal on this side. I think I'm just going to do the coral on this side, but I will wipe this off really quick. Then I'm going to set this aside and let it dry, and then I'll put it in there. Hey, April, how are you? Happy Thursday. And then I'll set this aside and let it dry, and then I will heat set it in the oven. So if you ever decide to try this, guys, and you need help, just reach out. That's what I'm here for, and I'll tell you the instructions. My friend Carrie yesterday was saying that she had heard of, she wanted to get her hands on one of those Cricut mug things, presses, I think they're called. I think that's what they're called. I've seen them, but I haven't like done any research on them. I don't know how well they work. I mean, obviously it would be a big, you know, nice thing to have in your craft room. But like she said, they're usually pricey. And I doubt you can ever use a coupon on them. But, so I don't know. I don't know if they fit all size mugs. I don't know, you know, if they, I don't know. I know they were designed to work with the Cricut stuff, but so were the heat presses, and you could use those with our ink. So I don't know that much about it, but if you were making a lot of mugs, it sounds like it would be a very good time saver and investment. I just make them every once in a while, and so I don't mind. So there you go. See how easy that was? I don't mind throwing them in the oven. It's so easy. I don't have to think about it. So, yeah, right? I know, right? I don't know if it says how many ounces it is. I mean, I'm assuming it's probably like 16 ounces. Girl, I go big or go home, right? I mean, I don't mess around with my coffee. I don't like I saw somebody post something. I am on one of these like coffee humor pages, and I saw somebody post something about like, you know, the smaller the smaller coffee cups. So, you know, we own very few of those at our house, and they are considered teacups. Or I have small cups that we use for, you know, hot chocolate, but not for coffee. My husband and I, even my son who does drink coffee. Oh, I did get a little bit there, but I can wipe that off. See, look how fun that is, guys. Oh, sorry. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, so, but when I went away with my hubby before Christmas, we went to a little diner for breakfast one morning, and they have like the traditional, you know, like diner coffee cup, those cream colored, not adorned coffee cups. But you know, they're like, they feel like they're so small. Just like, well, I'm sure Cracker Barrel and those places have them too. All right, so I'm going to put this out of the way so that I don't hit it because it's wet and I don't want to mess it up. So that'll be perfect. I can go put that in my oven and heat set it later. Okay, I'm going to wash my hands since that was ink. And we're going to move on to this because it's super cute and it's just real quick. And like I said, this bundle is less than $10, you guys. You got to get you one. There's all kinds of things you can do with this. So, yeah. Anyway, if I'm doing coffee, I'm doing a good size cup of coffee. For sure. Okay, so this is how they come. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I save this stuff. I never know what I might need it for. Save it. Save it. You just never know. Now, oh, and it does have on there, let's see if it gives you, no, this one doesn't give any instruction. Most of our stuff gives you instruction. That one doesn't. It just tells you what it is. But you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of each. Look at these. So you could do so many different things with these, you guys. You can do, I'm going to go ahead and prepare a couple of them while I'm talking to you guys. You could use them for tiered trays, just propping them up here and there. You could turn this into a banner. You could, you know, punch a hole in it. It's thin enough you can punch a hole in it and add a little twine. Make your own little banner. I haven't decided what I'm doing with mine yet, to be honest with you guys. And you could, and you don't have to sand it. I just like to make sure it's nice and smooth, and I probably won't wax these. I won't wax them. I'll just sand them just a tiny bit. If I wanted to, I could sand these all the way down. I should probably show you what that looks like. This is just a sanding block. I have no idea what grit it is, y'all. It's probably from Walmart or Dollar Tree. I don't know. But you could sand it. Let me show you guys. If you wanted to sand one, they're so tiny it's hard. And I'm trying to make sure I don't get too much dust everywhere on my desk. But let me just show you. If you wanted, if you have a neutral, like, so if you decorate for Valentine's, I do. You guys know I do. If you follow me at all, you know I do. I decorate for any and everything. I was just downstairs tweaking a couple things in my dining room so I could take some pictures. Look at that. So I just sanded that almost all the way down. And now look. Here's how they come. Here's the white, how they come, and here's sanded down. Okay, this is how they come. You could paint these. You could sand them down like that. If you have a neutral room, and I do, like I have in my dining room and foyer area, it's more neutral. So I actually have some Valentine decorating pieces that are more neutral colored. That's like the only place in my house that has neutral stuff, but I do have sections like that. So you could use some of these just as little, you know, maybe they sit in a bowl. Maybe I have some heart, sorry, my eyes watering, you guys. I have a gorgeous wooden heart bowl, sort of like a bowl that I usually put out. I mean, I could just set these in there. You can paint them. You can do whatever you want to them to turn them into, oh, I've got dust everywhere. I'm just lightly sanding them to make them smooth so that when I go to put the transfers on, I don't get bleeds. Okay, but you can do whatever you want to them. You can use them, attach them to another project to make like a cute little sign. You could take something like our little box frame like this, and you could put them in there. You could, obviously I already have something there, but if it was blank, you could just glue a couple of them in there. Or go to the Dollar Tree, y'all. Go to the Dollar Tree, go to Dollar General, shoot. I don't know if that was from Dollar Tree or not. Look, you've got something like this. You could even put them in there and make a cute little sign. There's all kinds of things. I have a whole bag of stuff that I just got yesterday from the Dollar Tree. They had all kinds of new stuff out at mine for the spring and surfaces, things that you can upcycle, and just maybe you get a sign from the Dollar Tree and you just want to take it up a notch. You can add these to that. You could... What else could you do with them? Shoot, you could put it on a card. If you want to send a Valentine card and you wanted to put, you know, you can buy cards like that that have little wood pieces on them. You could do that. There's so many different things you guys could do with that. Or maybe you just put them inside a card. Maybe you send a little Valentine card. Maybe your child's away at college, or your parents are away, or your sister, or your sweetheart, or your grandchild, and you want to send them a little card, but you want to send them a little bit of hugs and kisses, right? That's what X's and O's mean. I had to explain that to my Keegan the other day that he wanted to know, and I'm like, that just means hugs and kisses, baby. So, you know, you can use them in lots of different ways. You could just stick them right in there, and then they've got them. You could even put a little baby magnet on these and put these on your, you could put them on your, we're not going to do all of these, guys, by the way. We're just going to do 4. But I just wanted to show you them all. Just brushing off the dust. And you'll be able to tell which side you sanded because it does feel a little bit smoother, so you can tell. But you can, whatever your mind can think of, that's what you can do, guys. Okay? So you're only limited by your own imagination. And look around you. Look at, if you go shopping, look at decor. What are they doing? How are they using stuff like that? Or look at ads, or if you read a magazine, or if you're online, you know, how are other people using it? If you need ideas, if you like this idea and this is a bundle kit, or maybe you have a friend who has a February birthday and you're like, oh, I don't know what to get them, but they do like to try new things. Hey, get them one of these bundle kits and send it to them. What a great gift idea. I love stuff like that. I love stuff like that. Anyway, if you're lacking for ideas of how to use it, you let me know. But this kit is under $10. So if I were you, I would grab it just to have it. You can find something to use with it, but look at all the elements that are on there, right? You can't beat that, y'all. And this one is called XOXO Hugs and Kisses, okay? And if you click on that link, it is in there. Now, I am going to take my marker and I'm just going to, I always put a dot on the front of my transfer and then I write on the back because I try to keep it in one piece and then I like to put it back where it belongs. It's easier to keep it together if I keep it all in one piece, especially when it's small like this. Like, you see what I did. This is how I used to do it. With my minis, look at that. Now they're all like loose. It's kind of a pain. So I like to just keep it whole, but I write on the front and the back because when I go to wash it, since it's reusable, I got to make sure I have the right side down because when they're wet, they kind of look the same, the front and the back. And I want the sticky side up so that it'll stay sticky. Okay. Hey, Miss Lou, thanks for joining me. So I'm just going to put dot, dot, stripe, stripe, and that's OX. OX, and this is hugs, that's a heart, and that's an arrow. So that's all I do. You know, you do whatever works for you. You don't have to. You can even just write back, back, back. You can just write the back, right back across here because it's a self-adhesive transfer. So you want to make sure when you do go to put the pieces back on it, you're putting it on the glossy side. The sticky goes to the glossy. Okay. We probably won't use this, or this for right now because I don't have a specific project in mind for it right this minute. I just wanted to show you these X's and O's so that if you wanted to get some of these and get your hands on them, y'all could and see how to do it and how to use it. But I'm sure I'm going to come up with a cute idea of how to apply these. I haven't decided yet. I need a little more time. Okay, so they're brand new, so I am going to fuzz them. And I'm going to do one of each one of these patterns, okay? And guess what? We're going to stay with our same, oh, I got another, too many X's. I got another X. We are going to stay with the same color theme. You missed this, Miss Lou. April, you saw that, but Miss Lou, look, I made a mug. I'm going to heat set later. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to stay with my same color palette today. I'm going to keep it simple. I don't want to tax my brain too much today. So let me find those colors. But you could do it in any, you could do one in every color of pink that you have, or purples, or whatever. Black and white. I have seen it in black and white. Like I said, you could do it in neutral colors. If you sanded it down to this, and then you wanted to do white, you could do white in that, and then it would just kind of make that pop. I may do that for that. Like I told you, I have that one area in my house that is going to be neutral when I pull out my Valentine stuff. But we're going to stick with these. That's not the right color. We're going to stick with these colors. Where's my coral? Where are you? Oh, it's all the way at the bottom. That's how long it's been since I used it. That's peony. I don't want to use peony. It's beautiful, but that's not what we're doing today. We're doing these two colors, just like our other project. And I don't want to mess around here too much. I'm afraid I'm going to hit my mug that's over here. Now, I will... And we're going to alternate, just so you know. So I will fuzz all of these. So I'm going to go ahead and put them all on my little fuzzing cloth at the same time. Ooh, did cut that one all the way. Excuse me. Okay. So we'll just save those little pieces for another project. I haven't decided yet, but that would look super cute even on a tier tray if you had a little one. Or you could make a sign. Okay, let me just show you guys because if I don't, it'll stick in my head. So let's say, for example, this. So this is, I don't know where I got this. $3. It must have been from the Bullseye Playground. So let's just say you wanted to use this as an example, and you could even do it in red and black, pink and black. You could do it in black and white. You could use these words, like put hugs and kisses up here, and maybe the arrow, maybe all the way, maybe the arrow on an angle going through the side. Maybe you don't even use the heart, or maybe you do hugs and kisses in the heart up here. You go ahead and color these, whatever color you want to have them, and then you could glue them onto this board and make your own cute little sign. And you could do however many you wanted. Maybe you do it for how many people there are in your family. You know, maybe you have 2, maybe you have 4, maybe you have 3, maybe you have 6, whatever. You could do it however you want, guys. That's just an example. I just want you to think, I don't understand how I could use it, Susan. Why would I want to get it? That's what I try to do. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to just, I should have got my light box. I should have gotten it ready. Sorry, guys. I am going to try, and actually, y'all, you're going to have to bear with me. My old eyes. I've got my contacts in, but my eyes with them watering, I'm having trouble. So I am going to put on my glasses. I will do this, and then I will adjust them using my light. I have the light box, right, or the light tablet, whatever you want to call it, right here. But usually it's easier if you do it like when they're upside down. If you have a light box or a light tablet like I do, I got mine at Dollar Tree, $5 section, I think. Dollar Tree Plus, but it needs a USB, and I keep forgetting to put it over here. I find it easier to do it this way when you're doing these. These are called like slim cuts. And okay, so I told you guys, I'm not, unless you're in my VIP group, you're not going to see any of the sneak peeks of any of the product that comes out on February 2nd. But I will tell you, there will be more slim cuts because they are popular and versatile, and there may even be some chalkable chips that are shapes. Maybe. Come find out. Okay, so that's what I did. So I have a light right here, guys, to help in case the sun's not out. And then I just kind of put it up to the light and I adjust it. So if you don't have a light box, you don't have to. It's okay. This is what I do with any of my cutouts. And they're made to go on it, so it should line up pretty much. I feel like I'm going the wrong direction. Pretty much perfectly. I mean, there might be a little bit of an overhang. You know, nothing's perfect, but oh my gosh, I'm making it worse. But they should line up pretty well to cover the entire surface. Y'all, why does this always take me so long? Why am I so challenged in this piece? Okay. I think. Guys, don't forget to hit that heart button. It helps me so much. Y'all just don't even know. It helps me so much. And then don't forget to sprinkle. Ooh, you guys, I hit that one, the nail on the head on that one. I don't even have to move it. This one's a little off. I love when that happens. That one's just a tiny bit off. The X's are easier to adjust than the O's for me. I don't know why. I feel like I still didn't get that one right. It's like I'm turning it the wrong direction. And like I said, guys, whether you have a sweetheart or not, you can still spread love, right? I've never done one, but I think it would be so fun to have a Galentine's. I mean, come on. That sounds super fun to me. If I had had more daughters, maybe I would have, but I only had my one little girl. We might have had more fun like that, but my kids are my Valentine, no matter what. And then, of course, hubby has been my Valentine since I was 15, so. All right, I think we got that. Okay, that's the hard part. Voila. This rest is going to fly. Okay, so let me do this. Let me do this. Because I'm going to do one in each color, right? Oh my gosh, guys. My brain is not working great today. Here we go. Doesn't matter which color, I'm just going to use them both. I need to look at this. I haven't used it in a while. It looks okay. I think I fixed it last time I used it. I I'm just going to make sure I have no ink on my little, this is my multi-purpose tool that I love. Have you used yours yet, Miss Lou? Isn't this fabulous? I love this. I should have another one. I haven't bought another one, but I'm going to check this. You guys, I'm going to add the tiniest bit of water to this. So this is distilled water. That's what you use with your chalk if it dries some. So your chalk should be the consistency, your wet chalk. It should be wet. It should be creamy, dreamy. And if it's not, if you have a jar, if you have a paste palette, if you have a paste packet and you're squirting it out, it should come out that way. If it doesn't, you can add a tiny bit of water to it. If you have a jar, you only add distilled water. But do you see how when I'm stirring that now, it's much more smooth? It was a little too thick, because if it's too thick, it'll have a harder time getting through the silk screen, and that's why I wanted to loosen it up. It did that because I've had this for a year and a half, and I haven't used it in just a while, so it just got thicker. The more you use it, the better it does. I don't know why, but and it's sealed up, but you definitely want to keep the air from it. But now it should be like the consistency of kind of like frosting, whipped frosting. Okay, so let's see if I can think about this. So I'm just going to hold the edge because I don't want this to squirt around. I don't want it to scoot around while I'm chalking it. And you can go both directions. Just cover all your silk screen. Cover all your silk screen. I apologize for looking down, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or send me a message. I will get back to you if I miss it on the live. Promise, I always check back. So I'm just covering everything, but then I'm trying to go back over it again and then pull off because I have way too much on here. Just light layers, all you need. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that one off just to show you guys if I can get a hold of it. There we go. I was a messy chalker on that one, but that's, thank you. All right, let's see. Ta-da! How cute is that, y'all? Isn't that cute? Okay, I'm going to set that aside so I can wash it. Go on to the next. Even if I was doing this in like a little banner, you would just use a hole punch. We have a punch available in our shop. It will help you get to that $100 to qualify for the Creative Kickstart. I actually have what they call a crocodile. I think they still sell those as well, but they're a lot more expensive. I have one from years ago. I'm sure I got it with a 40% coupon when I was a scrapbooker. It's called a crocodile, and it's just got a bunch of different kind of hole punches on it. It's pretty massive, pretty heavy. Our little hole punch is made to go through any of our cutouts like this, our chalkable chips, our little tag, and any of our slim cuts like this. I'm going to put my extra chalk back in my jar. And that one's all ready to peel and reveal. I'm just going to grab the side and pull my transfer back. And it's stuck to my thumb. Ta-da! Oh, look how sweet that is. Oh, I had a little tiny bit of a bleed, but it's okay. I like it though. But when you're working with wood, that might happen every once in a while. It's just a little more character. I like it though. Look how cute the little polka dots are. Isn't that cute? Got some on the table. Okay, let's do these in the teal. Shut that lid back up to keep that nice and moist. And I'm going to wipe off that. All right, so here we go. But if I was doing this as a, even as a banner, that's what I was trying to tell y'all. I could do it. I could do alternate colors. I could alternate colors. I could do, all the same color. I could do whatever I wanted. You don't have to have it multiple like I do. That's the cool thing about DIY is you get to do it the way you like it. I love how our Couture Teal chalk paste just basically disappears on our transfers because it's the same color. I did much better with that one. I don't know why. I don't know why. I was all over the place with that pink. So it's covered. And this one wants the polka dots. So let's see how that one looks. Tell me in comments, guys. Ooh, look how cute. Isn't that sweet? You guys could even use this on other things. You could just use the transfers. If you only wanted the transfers, you could do it on a flat surface if you didn't want the cutouts. But oh my gosh, the cutouts are only $4. Why wouldn't you get them? But if you wanted to do just the transfers, you could order the transfer and just do that project. I could put that all over a mug if I wanted, right? Who says I won't? I still have time. I might. You never know. I don't have as many Valentine's mugs, so I might. And I will admit I did buy one from Ross a couple weeks ago because I was in there for something else. My little buddy needed tennis shoes, and I like checking there first. And like Ross and TJ Maxx and Burlington, because they're usually a little cheaper. And he is hard on shoes, but I try to get him the better quality shoes, like the name brand, but he's hard on them. I don't know why. None of my kids ever did this, but my grandson, he likes to drag his toes. Like he tears up the top of all of them. So anyway, I was in there doing that real quick. Hubby and I were out on a date night or something, and I'm like, let me run in here real quick. We were over near it, and I couldn't resist. I always have to walk through in the Valentine section or whatever seasonal section they have out, and they had some mugs, of course, and I did have to grab one. I will say I had to grab one, but guess what? I went to go wash it the other day so I could use it, and it had a crack in it, and I didn't notice it because I was rushing and I didn't pay attention. So now I got to take it back. All right, so this one's all done too. There we go. Look how cute, y'all. How sweet is that? But if they don't have one that I like, then I'll just return it, and that'll just mean I have to make another one. And I keep a supply of some mugs. Like when I see a mug that I like the shape of it, I like the price of it, and if you need a resource as to where to look for mugs, let me know. I'll tell you where I find them. But I keep a supply on hand. So if I see one I like, the color, shape, size, whatever it is, and I'm like, oh, I might want to do a project on that. So I have a little stash down here. So I may even have something. This one I already had on hand. I bought it back in the fall and never used it. Can you believe it? But look at that. That's a great mug. And for less than $5. Wish I could remember where I got it. I cannot even remember. Okay, so these are our projects for today. You can see where my mind was with color. Now, the chalk paste will dry in about 5 minutes or less, so I want to be careful not to mess with them too much because they're easy to touch. But, you know, because I have to touch them that way, it might mess them up. But that and our mug will be dry, and then I'll heat set that, and I'm sure you'll see it. If you follow my story, look at my stories. I do oftentimes show my coffee bar, which I need to change out. And I show my mugs. So if I've made any, I definitely have them on there, but I try to show different mugs in the morning too. So you'll probably see this guy pop up very soon. All right, guys, that's what I got for you today. If you have any questions about anything I talked about, anything, any of our specials that we're running through the end of January, through Sunday, our creative Kickstart, or let's see, what else? Our monthly club, the staying in, any of that. If you have questions about any of that, guys, again, our perks pack for $59 is going to disappear as of the 31st. And I do not expect, thank you, April, I hope you do. I do not expect that we will ever see that again, to be honest with you guys. That was an anomaly. for $59 to get $265 worth of product is amazing. So that's going to be gone by the 31st. So if you want to grab a hold of that, the clock is ticking, guys. Okay, keep in mind. And then that gets you access to be a designer. And all you have to do that, you don't have to work it as a business. You don't have to do anything else with it. You just get 40% discount. So if you're like me, that's what I got started in it for. And then I decided I wanted to try to work it as a business. But if you're just looking for a bargain and a deal, now's your time. And if there's anything, questions I can answer, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Look forward to later on. I'm going to show some throwbacks projects with you guys. And until I see you next time, please stay safe, please stay healthy, and be blessed. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye.